The detailed civil engineering courses like STAT Pro, ETAP, SAP, Revert as well as the Primavera P6 software courses are available in our application Civil Engineering Shravan application. Download our application Civil Engineering Shravan application from the Google Play Store, or else the direct link is available in the below description of this video. In that particular application there is a free content is also available. You can watch that free content. If you are really want to interest that particular courses, the courses are under offer now, 80 to 85% discount on all civil engineering courses. We are launched combo packs also in our application. You can see the complete offers in our application Civil Engineering by Shravan. Hello everyone, welcome to Civil Engineering by Shravan YouTube channel. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering topics. In this video class, I will explain you complete Primavera P6 software course. Mostly I will cover in 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Depends upon the concepts I am assuming in this video. So Primavera P6 software is one of the most important tool for doing the scheduling of the project, construction project or any other project. Not only the construction project, you can do another project also. Depends upon your assumption and depends upon your requirement. Okay. In this video, I will cover you the topmost 10 concepts in the Primavera P6 software. Okay. So I will cover you from complete course from the user interface to and scheduling of the project. Okay. So these are the 10 concepts I am covering in this video. So in that first concept is user interface. User interface is nothing but what are the different types of the options which are displaying in the Primavera P6 software course and what is the use of those user interface. Next one is EPS, Enterprise Project Structure, how to create the EPS, what is the basic concepts of the EPS. And next one is related to OBS, Organization Breakdown Structure Introduction, as well as how to create the Organization Breakdown Structure by using Primavera P6 software. And next concept, fourth concept is related to creation of the project by using Primavera P6 software. And next one is related to WBS, which is related to Working Breakdown Structure creation as well as the introduction part related to Working Breakdown Structure. And next sixth concept is how to add the activities in the Primavera P6 software course. And next one is how to give the relations between the activities by using Primavera P6 software course. And next concept is related to calendars and how to define the calendars, how to give the holidays as well as how to provide the calendar for the different activities. And next concept is related to resources in project management, Primavera P6 software. And next final concept I will consider one real-time example which is related to scheduling of 2 BHK building plan by using Primavera P6 software. So I will cover this basic 10 steps in the 2 hours or 2.5 hours duration video. Okay. So you can watch the complete classes related to this 10 concepts so that you will able to get the knowledge regarding the Primavera P6 software course. The complete Primavera P6 software course is also available in detailed classes which is consisting of 60 plus high quality videos and it will be consisting of concepts like project management, scheduling of the project, basic level to advanced level concepts related to Primavera P6 software are available in our application. The course is under offer now. You can utilize the offer and you can try to increase your skills. That certification is also provided for the people, those who are completed our course. Okay. So this offer is only for the limited students. Try to utilize it. And if you have any queries about this particular course, you can once pin me to my WhatsApp 9908332747 so that I will give you the replies for that particular WhatsApp. Okay. So thank you. We will continue with our lectures. Now I will explain you complete user interface and the options which are presented in the Primavera P6 software. So firstly we will open the software directly here. Just type in the search bar Primavera Professional. You can see P6 Professional. Click on the open option here. Type your password. So as per my password, just I am typing admin as the password as per my creation of the database. Click on connect option. So now you can see the Primavera P6 complete software was loaded here like this, which is consisting of the sample project which were created defaultly as per the considerations of the project. Okay. So initially we will delete this particular project. Further go to enterprise option, select the enterprise project structure here, select this particular enterprise, click on delete option, click on yes option here. So I will explain you one by one step which is related to the what do you mean by enterprise, what do you mean by OBS, and how to create the enterprise, and how to create the OBS, and how to create the WBS, and one by one step by using Primavera P6 software. Now you can say we are deleted here. Click on the cancel option. Now we will start with user interface. In the user interface of the Primavera P6 software, it will be consisting of the options like file, edit, view, project, enterprise, tools, admin, and help. Okay. So these are the top options which are available here. Under the file option, it is consisting of some of the options like new project option, open project option, as well as page setup, print setup, preview of the print, import, export, everything is available. I will explain you how to use these particular steps in for the project in the upcoming videos. Okay, but remember these options which are exist in the user interface related to new project. If you click on the new project, then it will open new project according to our considered section, and as well as if you open the open project option, the already existing project we are done here in the previously section, it will be open. Okay, so page setup will be we will do in later videos, and print setup and print view, print, export, import we will see in the later videos, and selection of project profile, and it will refresh data, recent projects you can see here, recent projects is also available here, and exit option is available under the file option. So these are the options which are exist in file. Click on edit option. In the edit option also we have undo, cut, copy, paste, add, delete, resolve, dissolve, and renumber activity IDs, assign, link activities, fill down, and select all, find next, replace, spell check, user preferences. These are the some of the options which are generally helps in editing of the project related to the cutting and some copy pasting the content and adding the activities as well as the IDs for the project and adding some of the WBS names, like that it will be helpful. And the next option which is related to view option. In the view option it will be consisting of the layout. So you can see here in the layout also it is having some of the options like new layout and open layout, save layout as. Okay, again it will be consisting of show on top, tables and Gantt charts, chart view, activity user spreadsheet, resources usage spreadsheet, activity networks. So these are the options which are available under the show on top. Show on bottom, you can see here no bottom layout, details, activity table, Gantt charts, activity spreadsheets, resources users spreadsheet, activity users profile, resources users profile, trace logic. Okay, these are the options which are available on the bottom section. So these are the bars you can check here. These are the columns like size, responsible manager, dates, customization will be available here, and time scale option is available in the view option, and filter by option is also available. Under the filter by option it will be having currently open, checkout, status, and customization. We can use this which is related to the according to the project consideration. For example, if the project is going on at the site, the currently open project, you can click on this option so that it will directly redirect to the particular project. Checkout, you can see the checkout options, and status, whether the project is active or inactive or planned, what if, non what if. These are the options, and customization is also available here. Okay, and group and sort by, you can group the EPS or WBS or working breakdown structure or sort by different types of the activities also. Okay, customize, EPS, list, responsible manager, status, checkout status, project level priority, strategic rating and finance rating, technology rating, resources rating, risk rating, project manager, sponsor, estimated project size, project status, current phase, project type, strategic objective, IT investment class, the stage gate and product line, location, capacity analysis, business segment and business process. So we will explain the options which we are generally used in the further projects. Okay, then again in the progress spotlight, progress line, attachments, line numbers, table, font and row, activity network, arrange children, okay, align children, chart box template, chart font and color, launch, hint, help, status bar, zoom to best fit, zoom to out, zoom in, expand all, collapse to. Toolbars also available. In the toolbars there is having some of the options which are exist on the left hand side as well as the top of the section. In the view option, if you select the toolbars, if you click on any one of the action, then it will be directly added here. Okay, so if you doesn't need that particular option, then you can click on that particular action which is doesn't needed for the project, so that it will delete the toolbar. So depends upon your consideration, you can select the toolbar and reset all toolbars and lock all toolbars. So these are the options which are available in the view option. So click on the project option. Generally this project option will be open after creating the project in the Primavera P6 software. Okay, next one which is related to enterprise option. So enterprise is very much important. It is the heart of the Primavera P6 software, in which it will be consisting of complete addition of the projects. Like you can add the OBS, you can add the EPS, and you can add the WBS, and you can add the calendars, you can activate the activities, you can add the activities, resources code, as well as you can add the assignment codes, user defined fields, and you can add the resources shifts, and you can add the resources curves also by using this enterprise option. So this is very much important in Primavera P6 software according to the tools. Okay, so again it will be consisting of the tools. Visualizer is available, so click on this schedule option. So schedule option is available. Level resource option, apply actuals, update resource progress. Okay, so these are the summarization option. These options generally we will eliminate this option. Why? Because these tools we will not use except the scheduling project. And resources leveling, sometimes we will use according to the resources which are presented in the project. Okay, so these are the options which are presented under the tools. Okay, so this is not important one when you compare with enterprise. Basically enterprise is very much important for making the projects. Okay, so click on the admin option. You can see admin preferences, admin categories, currencies, as well as the financial period calendars. You can apply here so that it will open the calendars. You can add the financial calendar according to your assumed data. Okay, this is the options which are available in admin. So last one which is related to help option. Under the help option which is available with about Primavera P6 professional software, again it will be consisting of online help here. Okay, so these are the options which are generally used, and user interface which are presented in Primavera P6 software. And whatever the option which are presented here, like file, edit, view, project, enterprise, tools, admin, those options also directly available here like this. Okay, you can see here, this is the print option. The direct print option is available here directly in the file. Okay, this is the general shortcut which we can directly click on this instead of going to this particular option. Okay, this is the edit option. You can see the different types of the options are available here. You can see here, these are the edit as well as the project, view options, enterprise option, and the tools option. So these are the major interface which we are generally work. So this right side portion which is consisting of the calendar as well as the year of the calendar, and it will be consisting of the layout of the project. You can see this is the project layout in which we will work with the different types of the projects which is considered in the Primavera P6 software. Generally we will create some basic projects as well as the enterprises as well as the working breakdown structure and calendars. So we can assign those calendars and we can do the scheduling here in this layout project. And in the right side portion it will be consisting of complete calendar as well as the dates, in which it will be consisting of complete Gantt charts which are presented in our project. Since we are not created any single project for our particular example, so that's why it is not showing here any Gantt chart which are presented here. and some of the options also available on the left hand side screen. You can see here, these are the options which are generally we can add those options from the toolbar itself. Okay, so these are the toolbar. So the right side options also, some of the options also available here, you can see here. And below this you have the general, notebook, and budget logs, spend plan, budget summary, dates, funding, codes, default resources, settings, calculations. So you can see in the below the project level, it will be consisting of general option. In that general option, it will be consisting of project ID. You can give the project ID when you create the project. So that will be directly displayed here as the project ID, and project name. If you select any one of the building, like apartment building, you can write the apartment building. That apartment building name will be directly displayed here after creating the project. Okay, and the status of the project, whether it is planned or completed or not yet started, that kind of the data will be available in the status. And responsible manager, generally for any kind of the project, so responsible manager is project manager. So we need to select that particular project as the responsible manager for that for the project. Okay, so again, for small kind of the works like quality check, let us consider the quality check work is there, that responsible manager is quality check manager. Okay, we have to select that particular individual works according to our responsibility of the project. Okay, and project leveling property, you can select according to your status and numbers here. So generally it will be one number here. Checkout status and check out by, and date checked out. Okay, so who checked by, that will be applied here. Like for example, if Shravan Kumar is there, you need to check the project, so we need to write the name of that particular project and date of check when he was checked that project. And if you have the website for the projects, like for example, I have the company is there, ABC company is there, I am running the projects in that particular company. Currently I am running, let us consider G+2 building I am running, and as well as G+5 building is running at the site 1 location 1 and as site 2 location 1. So I need to explain those content in our website. The personal website is available for ABC company in the Google. So you can directly select that URL for the project and you can paste this URL, site URL here. Why? Because some of the people will directly check the status of the project from this particular Primavera P6 software, that will be directly updated in your website. So that it will be helpful for company to review your project. Okay, so financial period calendar, you can add the financial period calendar according to our Indian condition system. So we will add the financial calendar year as per the April 1st to March 31st. Generally we will add the calendar, but if you have another countries there, you can add the calendar according to your financial period. Okay, so this is the first options which are available under the general. Next one is notebook. Under the notebook, it will be having some notes. So you can add that for about the description of the project. You can add the project description about how many people are working in that particular site, and what is the status of that particular project, and when it will be completed, and what is the budget of that particular project, and who are working under that particular project. You can write everything according to your project considerations here in the notebook. Okay. Budget logs. So this is very much important. For example, budget logs is nothing but the budget which is comes for the particular project. Okay, for example, I am constructing hospital building, you can consider. So I was finished my apartment building. You can consider these two projects are available here. Okay, you can see the apartment building was completed. I have some budget is there. So I was started my next project which is related to the hospital project. I am shifting the project budget which is from the profit which is obtained from the apartment building. So I need to spend that money to the hospital building. So in order to construct the project, we have to write the budget. Some of the government projects will be releases budgets according to the considerations of the contractor. You can add those budgets. Otherwise, if you have some rentals or else if you have some income for the particular projects, you can add those budgets logs in the budget log section. Okay, we will add those budget log section in upcoming session of the projects. Okay, spending plan. So generally this will be generally helps to check the status of the project according to the project status by the different scenario of the engineers. Okay, so this will be, we will write spending plan, how you are spending the budget according to your considerations of the project status. Okay, next one is summary of the budget. Oh, in that summary budget, current budget is how much, unallocated budget is how much, and distributed current budget is how much. Okay, we will see here. For example, 1 crore is my current budget. Unallocated budget is generally we will not allocate it for the particular work. Okay, so we can allocate that particular budget in that distributed current budget is, so for example, I was distributed that 20 lakhs to the contractor for building that particular project. Okay, so the unallocated will be of 80 lakhs as well as the distributed current budget will be of 20 lakhs. Okay, so variance, you can select the variance, depends upon your consideration. Spending plan, total spending plan is how much, undistributed current variance is how much, total spending plan tally how much. Okay, we have to tally credit as well as the debit here in the spending plan. Okay, benefits of the plan, total benefits plan and the total benefit plan tally. So this will be options which are generally available in budget summary. And next option which is related to dates here. You can see project planned to start. Generally some of the projects will be started after baseline project scheduling was done. For example, this today is 3rd of the July, okay, 2025. I am planning to start this project by August 1st. So I need to summarize all the data in this particular month of July. So I need to all the summarization and all the reports I need to prepare for the project according to my project assumptions. For example, I need to construct the hospital building. For that particular hospital building, I need to schedule baseline schedule for the project initially before the construction of project. Okay, so that will be project starting date. According to planned start date is, according to my assumption, it is 1st August we will consider, and must finish by, for example, some of the government projects will be exist, they need to finish the projects within 1 year or 2 years or some specified dates. Some small project will be completed in 1 month also. Okay, it's like 2 kilometer BT road. You can see you can construct that particular 2 kilometer BT road within the 1 month period also. Some of the government projects we can finish by 1 month. Based on your consideration, you can assume the must finish by. Okay, so if you have the deadline for the project, you can select the must finish option. Otherwise, you can skip this must finish button. Okay, next one which is related to date. Okay, so you can select the data date, depends upon your consideration, and finish option, and actual start when it was started. For example, I am planning to start the project by 1st August, but because of some reasons I was delayed that project by 2 days, so that the complete project will be started at 3rd of August. Okay, so actual finish it will be prolonged to delay of the 2 days. Okay, you can see here, so that it will be directly automatically update that actual start of the project as well as actual finish of the project according to the delay you are considered. Okay, and next one, anticipated start. So anticipated start is generally we will select according to project start as well as the ending period of the finish of the option. So these are the dates which are available. Next one is funding. So you can add the funding for the project, how you are distributing the funding for the project according to your consideration. Okay, next one is codes. Generally we will add these codes in the project before the project scheduling. So we will add according to our consideration. These are not important one, but the option generally it was available in the Primavera P6 software. That's why I am explaining here. Okay, so next one which is related to defaults. So duration type you can select, percentage complete type, activity type you can select, cost account type, you can select calendar, you can select according to your assumed data, you can assume the calendar. And activity id, activities surflex id, increment, okay, you can add those. And resources, generally resources are very much important in project scheduling. Without your resources you can't do any project scheduling, okay. But generally for the baseline project we will not do the resourcing scheduling, but for the regular projects updates we will do the resourcing according to the consideration, okay. So these are the resourcing options. You can add the resources, okay, like jcb driver, something like that. We have to add some examples of the resources. Resources are nothing but the equipment, or the resources are persons which they are working under the project in order to finish the project, okay. Next one is settings. In the general settings it will be has last summarized on, and it will be having some of the summarized WBS level, project level, and it will be having some of the calculations here, okay. Settings, okay, in the project settings. So calculations, you can add the calculations like activities calculation, resources assignment levels according to your consideration. So this is the user interface of the which is presented below the project layout as well as the Gantt chart layout. So here I am selecting my Primavera P6 software here. So this is the Primavera P6 software. I was already explained some of the user interface which is presented here. First of all, we will see what is the example one. Basically in the example one, I will consider two enterprises here. Okay, project A as well as the project B. Under the project A, we will consider different types of the projects, and project B, we will consider different types of the projects. Let us assume under the project A, we will consider big projects like high-rise buildings, and we will consider skyscraper buildings and big projects we will consider. Under a project B, we will consider small projects like G+5, G+4, G+3, G+2, G+1, ground story, single story, temporary structures, like that we will consider under project B. Okay, you can assume high projects as well as the low projects. Two categories here according to first example of creation of EPS. We will take project A as well as the project B. Okay, project A will be of big projects as well as the project B will be of small projects. This will be a big projects I am assuming. This will be of small projects I am assuming. Okay, you can consider. So here I am selecting my Primavera P6 software. In the Primavera P6 software, it will open the complete options here like this, which is consisting of the user interface options on the top left hand side, tools, top tools, and this is the project layout as well as this is the calendar layout, and this is the Gantt chart layout, and this is the layout which is related to some of the general options. Okay, so generally for adding the enterprise project structure, generally we will go to the enterprise option here on the top. You can see here enterprise projects option, you can select here. In the enterprise option, it will be consisting of projects, enterprise structure, tracking, project profile, resources, etc. here like this. From this, we have to select the project structure. Okay, enterprise project structure EPS, second one. You can see under the projects, it is having enterprise project structure here like this. You can select this option. So after selecting this option, the complete window will be open, which is related to the enterprise project structure EPS option here like this, which is consisting of enterprise EPS ID as well as EPS name. On the right hand side section, it will be consisting of close option, add, delete, cut, copy, finish, and this will be of arrows which is related to up direction arrows, down direction arrows, right arrows as well as the left arrows. And this is the EPS ID, this is the EPS name, and this is the responsible manager for that particular EPS. Okay, these are the options which are available here. And in the display, you can see here, there is a display which is available here. Under the display, we have the different options are there, which is related to details, chat view, find next, print preview, align children, arrange children, columns, and table font and rows. Okay, chart box template as well as the chart font color, zoom. We can see the complete options which are available here. Like this. Okay, in order to add the new EPS for our project, as per our project we are taken only two EPS, which is of project A, project B. Okay, in order to add those two projects, we will click on the add button here, plus mark here. You can see here, this is the plus mark. In order to add the new EPS, we can click on that particular option. So I am selecting plus mark here, click on add button. So you can see new EPS ID will be open here like this. So we will write the ID. You can write the ID according to your consideration. As per my assumption, just I am taking project A as the name of the project EPS. Just I am from that project A, I am selecting A, capital A as the ID for the EPS. Okay, you can see here ID A. And in the EPS name, you can assume the project according to your assumption. So project A is my EPS. Project A is my EPS name. So as per my consideration, this is the first project EPS which is related to project A. Again, under this we have to add the second project E, which is related to project ID of B and having the EPS name is project B. We can add that. For that, we have to select this add button again. Again, you can see this project A new EPS will be added under this project A subcategory. I will show you what do you mean by subcategory. Generally, this will be of project A and this will be of project B. These are under the same level itself, project A as well as the project B. This is a small project, this is a small project, this is a big project. They are under the same level only. But here, according to this consideration, it is showing that the new project EPS ID, it is adding below the project A level. Okay, you can see here, this is the A level. Under this category, it is adding B level here, under the subcategory of B. You can see here. If you have another project like C project is there, it will add under the category. If you add the category D, it will add under the category of A. But if you want to add this particular category as the same level as the A level, you have to select these arrows which are exist on the right hand side section. You can see here, these are the arrows which are exist here. Okay, generally we will write here as project name as B. You can see ID directly. It will change the ID here also in the project ID, project name also it will directly changes in the EPS layout. You can see this is the B level. If I am clicking on this option, it will be directly changes a project, new project to B here. Okay, and new EPS we have to write project, we can write here as project B. Okay, you can see this is the project B which is added below the category of project A. But we need to move this particular category of project B which is as the same level of the project A. For that, we have to use these particular arrows left side. You can click on the shift left option so that it will move the complete project ID B to the left hand side section which is equal to the category level of project ID EPS A. Okay, you can move to the left hand side here like this. Now we can see it will add the same category as well as the same level of the EPS which is named as A as well as the B, and name of that particular project is project A and name of that particular project is project B. If you wanted to see this particular EPS as a chart format, you can click on the display option. In the display option, you will having the chart view option. You can click on this option. You can see here, this will be chart view will be view here like this, which is related to A enterprise, B project B which is related to the enterprise. If you move this category B to the left hand side section, you can see it will be added as the subcategory of the project A. Okay, you can see here, this is the subcategory of the project A, but it is not the subcategory of the project A. That's why we had to move to the left hand side. Okay, you can see here, you can move to the left hand side so that it will move to the same level of the category. So again, if you click on this option, arrange children, if you want to arrange the children in vertical direction, you can click on the arrange children in vertical or horizontal, depends upon your consideration, left, right, center. So zoom option is available. Zoom in, if you click on the zoom in option, then it will zoom to the project, and if you click on the zoom option again, best fit option, it will best fit to the options here like this. So this is the first stage which is related to the creation of the project enterprise project structure as per the example 1. So if you click on this display option again click on the details option so that it will show you the details, Again, if you click on the chart view option, you can click on this so that it will show you the complete details option like project A, project B, like this by using Primavera P6 software. In this class, I will explain you how to create the organization breakdown structure 2 by using Primavera P6 software. Okay. For that, initially we had to close this application OBS structure which we are created. So we will see about the OBS structure 2 example which is related to single shift construction of building. Okay. These are the 6 members of the department which is comes under this single shift construction building: project manager, civil engineer, site supervisor, quality control, finance department, as well as the HR department. I am assuming here. These are the some of the examples I was considered for a simple way of understanding the project OBS as well as the project management by using Primavera P6 software. Let's go to Primavera P6 software here. Again, go to enterprise, select OBS here, organization breakdown structure. This is the OBS we are already created for the OBS structure. We will delete that OBS initially. So click on the project management, click on S option so that it will delete. Again, we will delete here. So go to view option, table format. Now we can see it will have the only one person which is related to CEO or head of the particular company. Okay, under this we have the subcategory as there, which is related to project manager, civil engineer, site supervisor, quality control, finance department, HR department is there. We will add those departments. Click on add option. Now we can see this will open your project here like this. His name is project manager. Project manager. We will add one more category. Under this we will add civil engineer. Again, we will add one more category which is related to site supervisor. Okay, site supervisor. Under this we have one more category is there which is related to quality control. We will use this as quality control. Again, we have the one more category is there under this which is related to finance department. Finance department. Under this we have one more category is there which is related to HR department. Okay, these are the subcategories which we are added under the OBS structure 2. Okay, we will see this in chart view format. Go to click on this option, chart view option. Now we can see this is the chart view for this particular project as the example 2. Under the CEO we have the project manager is there. Actually under the project manager itself we need to add this all the teams. Okay, so we will move this to left hand side section. Go to click on the table view option. We will move this to right hand side section. Under the civil engineer we will move to the right hand side section. Quality control also right hand side section. So we will have the project manager. Under the project manager we have the civil engineer, and site supervisor will be comes under the left hand side section here like this. Okay, so go to view option, chart view option. Now you can see these are the teams which are comes under the project manager. So you can click on this option. Go to click on this arrange children in horizontal format. Now we can see this is the horizontal format of the chart. Go to zoom to best fit option so that it will fit to the best zoom option by using Primavera P6 software. So this is the schedule 2 which is related to structure 2 of OBS by using Primavera P6 software. Now I will explain you how to create the building project which is related to some G+3 building we will consider by using Primavera P6 software. So for that, go to file option here on the top. Go to click on the new option here. Give the EPS, select EPS initially. We have to select the EPS. So under the building projects only we have to consider the G+3 building. That's why just I'm selecting building projects. Click on next option. Give the project ID. Just I'm taking G+3 here. And project name G+3 building I am taking here. Next option and select the starting date of the project. Just I am considering August 1st is the date. And must finish by, let us take some G+3 building having must finish by 27th July. Let us take, select here. Okay. Next option. Why? Because it will be take 2 years here. Next option here. So responsible person for this also project manager. Click on next option. Standard rates. Just I am selecting rates per unit. Click on next option. Click on finish option. So that it will create the G+3 building under this G+3 building under the building projects by using Primavera P6 software. In this way, you can create the numerous projects under this EPS. If you want to create the water tank, you can create the water tank under the water tank project. And if you want to create another other sections, you can create the other sections under the category of other projects option. So this is the complete process of creating of the project which is related to G+3 building project by using Primavera P6 software. In this video class, I will explain you complete basic concepts which we are considered in WBS. WBS is nothing but the working breakdown structure. Okay. This is also very much important in the project scheduling. Okay. So I will show you introductions. So firstly, I will explain you the what do you mean by WBS. Then after that, I will explain you some of the examples I was considered for the WBS. So basically, there is some tasks are there exist in the building structural model. So generally like construction, painting work, okay, excavation work, okay, again bar bending work, again plumbing work. So project finalization and project design, you can consider project design. Okay, whatever the tasks which are generally helps to complete the project. So WBS, it will be consisting of some of the tasks here like this. Generally this type of the task which will be helpful for the project managers. Okay, in order to see the status of the project and in order to break the work for the particular project, in order to see the status and in order to update the project contents, generally this kind of the WBS will be generally helpful for project managers. Okay. For example, let us consider I am taking some small project which is related to single story building project. So in that we have the different tasks which are exist here in the same process. So let us consider initially for that particular project, I need to do the planning. So planning is the first WBS. Okay, working breakdown structure for that. Then after that we have to do the structural design. Second WBS, this is structural design. Then after that construction work. Then after that finishing works and handovering site. HOS generally we will call. So these are the tasks generally referred by the project manager. So when the project was at initial stage, the planning and everything we will done according to the consideration, and then after done with the planning section, we will move to the structural design section. In that we will calculate the each and every reinforcement value which are exist for the project, and then after that we will go to the construction work. So in the construction work, we have the different individual tasks will be exist like excavation work, site marking, excavation, as well as columns construction, footing construction, plinth beam construction, walls construction. Again, it will be consisting of plastering and bar bending, slab construction, curing, as well as the finishing of the project, and plumbing work and painting work, etc. will be comes under this WBS. Okay, the whatever the works which is generally carried out in step-by-step process, we will call it as WBS, generally working breakdown structure. As well as the example 2. In example 1, I will take the regular one which I was explained just now, which is related to this. So planning and structural work, site preparation, construction work, finishing work, and closing of the project. Okay. we are written here as handovering site. Okay. So I will consider example 1 in this video. So initially I will open my Primavera P6 software. Enter your password. Just I am selecting my password. Here click on the connect option. So these are the EPS we are already created in the previous classes. So for this EPS I will create the WBS. Okay. So for creating the WBS, initially we need to click on this project option. In the project option, it will be consisting of WBS here like this. Otherwise, you can having the direct WBS on the left hand side also. You can see here, this is the WBS. You can add the WBS by using this method or this method. This blue color mark will be of WBS. So here I am directly selecting WBS here. So here I am selecting WBS so that it will open the complete WBS. So initially it will ask you to create the WBS under which project. So generally it will be consisting of 2 projects which are exist here as per our assumption, which is related to road project as well as the G+3 building project. So for that just I am selecting G+3 option here. Okay, you can see. So after selecting this option, in order to add the WBS, first one which is related to planning and structural work. This will be a first one in the WBS work. Okay, first task you can consider first task. Okay, first task, first work you can consider. So I will add the WBS under the category of road project only. So why? Because this project was designed for the road project. We are taking this 2 kilometer road project. So here example. So I will add this project. So select this particular project. Just I am selecting. I am adding the WBS under this. Right click on this option. You can see here it will be consisting of add button here like this. Okay. So you can click on this option or else you can directly click on the plus mark which is available on the right hand side. So here I am adding the project. Okay. Click on the add button. So it will show you the one number here. So one number is nothing but the first WBS name. So we will write the first WBS name as planning and structural work. So you can give the WBS code. This is the WBS code actually. P and S, just I am selecting. You can write the name here. Planning and structural work here. Okay, this is the WBS name. Again we will add one more WBS. Click on add button. So now we can see the WBS which is adding under the category of PS. Generally PS is nothing but the planning and structural work. It is adding subcategory of the PS which is related to the second WBS which is of site preparation, SP, site preparation here, SP. We will write here as name as SP, but it is not in the subcategory of the road project, planning and structural work. It is the main category of the road project, which is of planning and structural, which is equals to this. So that's why we have to move this to the left hand side section. So you can click on this shift left to move left option so that it will move to the left side. Okay, structural, this is the planning and structural work. Second will be of site preparation. We have to write. This is the second one, WBS. Again under this we have to add one more WBS. Click on add button. So we have to move to the left hand side section. The third WBS according to our consideration is construction work. We will write here as CW. We will write here as construction work. And again we will add one more WBS and we will move to the left hand side section here, and which is approximately of finishing work. Here, okay. So we will write here as FW, which is a finishing work. Again under this also we have to add the subcategory, which we will move to the left hand side section. which is related to closing of the project. We will write here as closing of the project. CP, we will write closing of the project actually. CP, closing of the project, we will write here as closing of the project. Okay, you can see here, this is the closing of the project. So this is the way to add the WBS by using Primavera P6 software. If you want to see this layout in the column format, you can see, bar format you can see for this particular project. So if you click on this particular option, we can right click on this option. It will be having the format of the bars, okay, table format as well as the bar format. You can select here and you can adjust here. So you can select this WBS. If you want to change the color or considerations of the WBS, click on the table font row option here. So you can select the color which is required for this particular WBS. Okay, so click on the cancel option. And again, if you add the subcategory of the WBS, for example, let us consider this is the subcategory of the WBS. If you want to collapse this, you can collapse here by using chart option. Okay, collapse all. Okay, collapse to having here, which is related to WBS level 1. Click on OK option. It will collapse to the all WBS 1. If you click on this place mark again, it will open the complete WBS which is related to the project here like this. Okay, so you can add the WBS name, and this is the construction project. Okay, this is the PS. So we can move to the up direction. Okay, it is adding the subcategory here. We will move to the left hand side. So you can collapse that particular section to the format according to the WBS again, and you can click on this place mark so that it will open the complete project WBS, which is consisting of the site planning and structural work, site preparation, construction work, finishing work, okay, FW, as well as closing of the project. So this is the process of adding the WBS by using Primavera P6 software example 1. Some of the basic activities, how to create and how to add those activities by using Primavera P6 software, and what is the use of the activities and where we will add those activities. Generally for the project, just I am assuming WBS, which is consisting of the 5 names here, which is related to the planning and structural work, site preparation, construction work, finishing work, as well as the closing of the project. These are the 5 WBS we will add in project. So I am assuming this is the WBS for my project. So under the planning and structural work, we have the subcategory of the work will be exist, like start of the project, okay, and planning of the project work, and the architectural work, structural work. These are the subcategory which are exist under the WBS, working breakdown structure. Okay, so the start project is a activity. Generally under that particular category of the WBS, start project is a activity which is required approximately 1 day duration for this particular activity. And the next one is planning work. For the planning work, as per the architectural team, it is required 2 days time period. Okay, again next one will be of architectural work 2 days, and structural work will be of 3 days. This is the first WBS. Under that first WBS, we have the 4 activities which are exist here. Again, site preparation. Under the site preparation, we have the 4 activities which are exist here, which is namely site clearance, setting out, marking center line, excavation. These are the 4 activities. And the construction work, which is having plenty of the activities here. Mostly it is having 25 number of the activities for the project. Okay, this is the construction work project. You can see here, these are the activities and the duration. We are already learned about duration which is exist in the activity for the different types of the categories. Okay, so here you can see that for the construction work, we have the different activities which are exist here. PCC, bar bending, footing, columns up to plinth level, plinth bell construction, plumbing, earthwork, and ground floor column, ground floor shuttering, ground floor slab, and ground floor construction, first floor columns, etc. will be exist here. Okay, and finishing work will be exist here, which is consisting of plumbing, electrical, painting, flooring, other finishing work, and closing of the project. We have this 2 activities which are exist here. Okay, so this is the activities, general introduction and duration we had to add. So we will now we will go to the Primavera P6 software and we will add activities for the project according to our assumption. So here I am selecting my Primavera P6 software. So here I am typing my password admin. So click on the connect option so that it will connect to your Primavera P6 software. The user interface will be directly open in Primavera P6 software. So these are the WBS we are added here. So we need to add the activities for the WBS, each and every WBS. Okay, actually this will be a subcategory of the WBS which is related to the yellow color, and planning initiation will be comes under the WBS for the primary. For example, evaluation is there. For the evaluation we have the subcategory also there. Okay, like collection of the documentation and preparation of the drawings and preparation of the calculations and preparation of the reports. These are the three activities which are exist under the evaluation. In order to add the activity, we have the option is there which is related to the activity symbol here. You can see here activities. Otherwise the direct option will be available on the top which is related to the project's activity. If you click on this activity, or this activity will be same. So I am selecting this activity so that it will open the complete activity window here like this, which is consisting of activity G+3 initiation as well as everything will be available here according to our considered WBS. Okay, so initially I am selecting evaluation. Right click on this option. So select the add button here so that it will add the new activity here. Okay, so you can see. Otherwise you can directly add the activity. I will delete this activity. Okay, you can directly add the activity in the right hand side section plus mark, so that it will directly add the activity here. Okay, so that it will open the complete new tab which is related to the new activity. You can give the activity ID. Let us take activity number 10 and activity name. Activity name is related to collection of documents. Okay, this is the activity name. Click on next option and it will ask you to select the WBS. This is the WBS we have to select, and task independent or dependent. This is the individual task actually. This is the individual category of adding the activity, but it was difficult to add the individual category every time. So that's why you have to select the right mark, click on the add option. It will directly add here like this. After adding those activity, we can directly change those, whether it is planned one or whether it is having some duration and whether it is having task dependent or task independent like this. Okay, so here you can see it is having defaultly planned duration, remaining duration, schedule percentage complete, start project, finish project, total float here. Okay, and you can consider second one is related to preparation of documents. Okay, this is the second activity. Third activity we will add which is related to calculation. Again I am adding one more category which is related to report. Report submission. These are the activities which are exist here. For that each and every activity, planned duration is exist, remaining duration is exist. According to the default section, it is having 5 days as the duration. You can change those duration by using this level. So collection of the documents, it will take around 2 days. You can prepare the documents around 2 days, and the calculation part will be 3 days, some 3 days. Report submission will be of 2 days. Let us consider. Okay, so you can see here the evaluation will be consisting of 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, which is approximately equal to 9 days duration, which is required for this project. In order to complete this first level of the WBS, which is related to the evaluation, it will take 9 days. Okay, so this is the process of adding the activity. And scope statement, project team, excavation, laying of the foundation is having subcategory of the activity. You can add the subcategory of the activity by reselecting here, right clicking on this option, so that it will add the number of activities. You can add those activities and you can modify your activity according to your assumed data. Okay, you can modify those activity by using Primavera P6 software. Now I will explain you how to create the calendars by using Primavera P6 software for the project. So calendars are very much important one. So the number of the days we will be count according to the calendars itself. In the calendars also it is having numerous points we need to remember about the working hours and as well as the holidays and as well as the calendar consideration for the project as per the requirement. Okay. So here I am selecting my Primavera P6 software. This is the G plus 3 building structural model. I was already done in the previous video sections. Okay. Now I will explain you how to add the calendars for this project. So I was already defined the calendar here, P calendar here. So initially I will delete that particular calendar, go to edit option. So select the calendar here, delete this option, click on yes option so that it will delete. So it will ask you to select the replacement for the calendar. So here I am selecting replacement is 624 calendar for the replacement. Okay. So this is a calendar I was deleted as per the previous consideration. Now I will add the fresh calendar. For the creation of the fresh calendar for the project, we have to click on the enterprise option which is available on the top. Okay. So here I am selecting enterprise option. In the enterprise option, it is having calendars here. You can see here, this is the calendars. You can click on this particular option. So it will open the new option here like this, which is consisting of the calendars option, namely global, resource as well as the project calendars. Okay. So global calendar, it will be consisting of the default calendar here like this, which is having the names as 5 into 10 calendar, 5 days 10 hours, 6 into 24 calendar, 6 days 24 hours, 7 days 24 hours calendar, and corporate calendar standard full time and as well as the trades calendar. Okay. 5 days work week calendar. Okay. You can consider if you have the default calendar in your project, but as per my project I am selecting separate calendar which is new calendar we need to add in the project. So that's why just I am selecting here as project option. So in the project option we need to create fresh calendar according to our assumption. Okay. So click on add option here. So it will ask you to select the calendar format type. So you can pick any one of the calendar format type according to your assumption. So here as per my assumption just I am taking 6 by 24 calendar. Okay. You can give the name of this calendar. Just I am giving here as G plus 3. You can assume the calendar. So now we have to give the working hours for this calendar. Okay. Basically we need to modify this calendar according to our project consideration. For the G plus 3 building, simple building, only one shift is enough. So there is no second shift is exist for this particular project. So that's why we need to edit the working hours for the project. Okay. So that's why just we have to select the G plus 3. Click on the modify option here. You can see it is having close, add, delete, modify, used by. Okay. So close in the sense it will be directly close the option. Add in the sense if you want to add the fresh calendar, you can click on this option. And delete in the sense if you want to delete this project, you can click on the delete option and click on the modify option. It will modify the calendar and use it by option also. So click on the modify option in order to edit the calendar days. Okay. You can see as per the calendar, default calendar, which is of 6 by 24, it is having holiday on Sunday. Okay. You can see in the Sunday, it is having ash color here like this. Okay. If you want to edit this ash color, not in the Sunday, if you want to edit that particular ash color also for the Saturday, you have to edit the work week options. Okay. It will be consisting of, again, it will be consisting of 22 hours per day for each and every day for the calendar. If you click on the 6th, you can see here work hour per day is 0. Okay. You can see here 13th is a holiday. So work hour per day is 0 here. Okay. So if you want to give the holiday for the Saturday also, you have to click on this work week option here. Okay. In the work week option, it is consisting of 0 work hours for the Sunday. At the same time, you can see here in the Monday, it is having 22 hours. At the Monday, we have to consider 10 hours. Again, I am selecting Tuesday also 10 hours, Thursday also 10 hours, Wednesday also 10 hours, Thursday 10 hours and is Friday 10 hours. Again, I'm considering Saturday 10 hours here. Click on OK option. If you select this work week, you can see every day is adding 0 for the Sunday, and except the Sunday, all the other days are 10 hours. Again, for the Sunday, you have to mention here as 0. Why? Because we are already fixed that the Saturday will be holiday for our project. Okay, if you want to give the holiday only, then we have to give the Saturday as 0. Click on OK option. So now we can see the Saturday rows is also converted from white color to ash color, so that it will be indicating that the Saturday will be consisting of holiday for the project. Okay, you can consider. So this is the holidays we have to provide for the month, okay, which is related to the different months and different days. Actually, we are not giving any holiday for the Saturday. This we are keep here as 10 hours. So click on OK option. Okay, this is the process of giving the holiday for the weekends. Okay. So this is the process of creating the calendar. After this, we have to click on OK option. Okay, this is the G+3 calendar. I will explain you how to assign this calendar for the project by using Primavera P6 software. Okay. So for that, initially we need to close these calendars. We are created G+3 calendar for the project. So now we can see this is the activities layout. If you want to click on the project layout, you can click on the projects option so that it will show you the project layout. So here I am selecting activity layout for the project. So here you can see in the first activity, I was created 1, 2, 3 activities in the first WBS. In the same process, I will create some more activities under this section. Click on add option. So you can consider this as 100. Let us take, and again I am adding some more activity 110, like this. Activity names you can write some A, just I am giving as some A as the activity name here, and some B for the second one, some C for the third one, in the same process D for the fourth one. Okay. So now we have to edit the calendar here for the project. So here you can see it is having the calendar here like 6/24 calendar. So if you want to edit this calendar for the project, we have to select the activity here. Okay. So in the activity, it is having the calendar like 6/24. You can click on this particular option. So it will show you the complete calendars which are available here. So we are created the calendar according to our assumption is a project calendar G+3. If you want to select the global calendars, you can click on the global calendars. Whatever the default calendar which are displayed here, that will be displayed for the project. So here we have to select the project calendars itself. Just click on G+3 option so that it will change the complete G+3 calendar here for the activity. This is the first example. And second way to edit the calendar is select this particular activity and we have to click on the general option. So here you can see activity calendar is here like this. You can click on the 3 dots option. You can select the G+3 so that it will directly change here like this. So this is the second method. In these both methods, generally for each and every activities, if you want to add the calendar, it was difficult task. Actually, here we are having only the 3 plus 4 activities, which is approximately 7 activities. But for real-time projects, high-rise buildings, there will be having plenty of the activities like 100 activities, 200 activities, like 250 activities will be exist for some projects. At that time it was difficult to change activity for calendar for every time, for every activity. It was difficult. So in order to change the activity, we have the shortcut is there. So the third method, which is related to the shortcut method of adding the calendar for the activity. Okay, for example, just I am considering this will be of A40 activity. You can click on this activity. You can directly click on this. This is the first method. And again, if you want to edit the calendar, just you can click on the general option. So click on the G+3 option. You can click on this option. This will be changed here as G+3. But for this 4 activities, I need to change the calendar at the single click. Okay. For that, we have to select the already existing calendar for the project, which is of project calendar. Here we are assuming that G+3 is the project calendar. So for editing this particular calendar, we have to select this particular calendar. So we have to select this activity calendar. So again we have to select the activities which we need to change the calendar for the project. So here I am selecting these two activities. I need to change the calendar. So right click on this option. So it will be having fill down option here, Control E. You can press on Control E also. Click on this option so that it will directly change the calendar from 16/24 to G+3. Again in the same process, if you want to change the calendar for the this A120 A130, we have to select this calendar. So click on the control option. Again we will select the activities. Right click on this option, fill down option, so that it will change the activity here. So some of the activities I will add here. I will change that, whether we will check that whether it was changed or not. So here I am selecting 200 activity. Again I am selecting add 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. Okay, so here I am selecting this activity, control option. Select this all the activities which you want to change the calendar for the project. You can click on these options, right click on this option, click on the fill down option. Okay, so that it will change the complete calendar for the project according to our assumed data. Okay, so this is the process of assigning the calendar for the project by using Primavera P6 software. Okay, the relations, what is the importance of relations in Primavera P6 software? Relations are very much important. So in order to give the links between the activities, we need to use the relations. Okay, for example, I will explain you one simple example so that you will able to understand what do you mean by relations. Okay, let us consider we have the activity is there which is related to painting work. Just I am assuming painting work. Okay, so let us take painting work, and again we can take plumbing work, second activity which is related to plumbing work. Okay, so another activity which is related to marbles and tiles work. This also comes under finishing work. So other finishing work. Okay, so other finishing work. Okay, so we need to give the relations between these four activities. In order to give the relation between, you have the options like you can give the relation painting work. After completing of the painting work, you can produce with plumbing work, or else after completing the painting work we have to go with marbles and tiles work. After completing of the painting work, you can go with this other finishing work. This is one relation, one case, first case. And second case is this painting work. After completing of the painting work, we need to go to the plumbing work. After plumbing work, we need to go to the marble and tiles work, and marble and tiles work. After that, we have to go to other finishing work. This is the second case. You can assume this is the second case for giving the relations between the activities. And third case is after done with painting work, you can directly go to marble work. Okay, this third case just I am assuming here. Okay, let us take, this is my assumption only in order to give you perfect relation concept understanding for you. I am taking some of the examples from here. After painting work, I need to go to marbles and tiles work. Okay, and after plumbing work, I need to go to other finishing work. You can assume here like this. Okay, this is the third case. And fourth case is at the time of the painting work, we can go to marble and tiles work. At the time of the painting work, you can go to plumbing work. Okay, at the time of the painting work, you can go to other finishing work. Why? Because the painting work will be done by the painter, and plumbing work will be done by the plumber, and marble and tiles work will be done by the person which we are familiar with marble and tiles. Okay, so every activity is having different persons, they need to execute their work. Okay, so that's why you can start the particular activity at the starting of the project. At the starting, for example, let us take 2nd of the June. Let us consider I was started painting. At that particular time of 2nd of the June, you can start the plumbing also. At the time of the 2nd of the June, you can start the marble and tiles work also. At the time of the 2nd of the June, you can consider the other finishing work. Okay, but the time at which the particular activity, plumbing activity, painting activity, let us consider it will take around 7 days for the project. Plumbing activity, let us consider it will take around 10 days for the project. Marble and tiles work, let us consider 8 days for the project. Other finishing work you can consider 3 days for the project. Now we can see from the 2nd to 8th of this June, it will complete the task which is related to painting work. For the plumbing work, it will take 11th June, and marble and tiles work you can consider 9th June, other finishing work 4th June. You can see here the different days it is completing the work here. Okay, so place one day I was added here. Why? Because first is the holiday we are assumed for the project. Okay, so place one day I was assuming here. Okay, so you can see every task was started at the initial stage only. Okay, at the start of painting work, plumbing work, marble and tiles work, other finisher I was started here. Okay, you can start that like that. This is one relation, and another relation is you can consider this was ended in 11th of June. I need to end that all the tasks which were executed on the 11th of the June. So that's why we need to start the 11th of the June. At the time of the painting, at the time of this 11th of the June, we need to complete the painting as well as the marble and tiles work as well as the finishing work also. Okay, that's why we had to execute this 11 minus 8 days. Let us take. Okay. So you can have the value is 3. So 3 plus 1, which is approximately equal to 4. 4th June, if you want to start the painting work, it will be definitely finished by 11th of the June. In the same process, here it is having 9 days. So 11 minus 9 days, which is approximately equal to 2 number here. 2 plus 1 day, it will be having 3rd. If you start the 3rd, this particular marble and tiles work, it will finish by 11th. At the same time, 11 minus 3, which is approximately equal to 8 plus 1, which is of 9. So if you start the work by 9th, other finishing work, it will finish by 9, 10, 11. So approximately equal to it will finish by 11th. Now we can see we are started the activity at the same days, and we are finished in the second case, we are finished the activity in the same days. This is the second case. Okay, so in that way you can add the activities and you can give the relations. You can give the relation after ending the first task to the second task, and second task to the third task, and then the same process third task to the fourth task, and you can give the relations between the activities after finishing the second one to fourth one, first one to third one. In that way you can give the relations between the activity. Okay, depends upon your assumption, depends upon your consideration. In order to complete your project within the given stipulated time period, you have to familiar with this activity linking process. Okay, you hope you understand the basic concept related to Primavera P6 software, relations between the activities. How to give the relations between the activities and how to give the predecessor as well as the successor by using Primavera P6 software. For that I am selecting my Primavera P6 software, Professional P6. So the complete software will be open with different activities which we are added in the previous classes. So we will give the relations between the activities in this class. So generally I will explain you the relations which are exist here for the project. So then only we can able to start the activities. So here you can see I am selecting the activity A0. You can consider. Firstly, I will explain you how to give the predecessor as well as the successor for the project. So if I give the successor, then predecessor is not required for the project for any activity. So here I am selecting, right click on this option, So here we have to select the link activities option. Okay, so that it will be able to give the direct relations between the activities. You can see this is the activity A0. The successor for this activity is this one. Again in the same process, if I select the another activity, the predecessor is A0, and again I am selecting this activity, the predecessor is A0. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so I was given these relations. So in the same process, I am selecting this activity. Okay, again I am selecting this activity as well as this activity. Right click on this option. Again link activity. If I click on the link activity, then it will link to the activities. So the successor is A10. Again the successor is A120. The successor is A130, and the successor is not exist for this. Okay. In the same process, if I select all the activities like this by using control option, click on the link activity, so that it will link to the activities here like this. Now we can see it was given that the successor for the 200 activity is 210, the successor for the 210 is 220, the successor is 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280. But now we can see 130 activity is there. There is no successor which is exist for this activity. We need to give the successor for this activity. You can select 130, 200, right click on this activity. Okay, you can click on here. So now we can see the 130 is having successor is 210. It is adding here 210. Now we can see 130 is having 200, not 210. In this way you can give the successor. Okay, and if you give the successor, then it will directly automatically take the predecessor. Now we can see A30 is having predecessor is A20, A40 is having predecessor is A30. We need to add. Okay, we will add that predecessor. So we will select here, and we can give the predecessor as A30. Okay, you can see here it was changed here. Okay, you can give this predecessor as well as a successor for the activity. Okay, now I will explain you what are the relations which is exist for the activity. This is the general way to give the link the activities, but if you want to give the link to the activities manual method, I will explain you, then we will go with the relations. For example, let us take these are the activities which are exist here. 1000, let us consider 1000 and 110, 1010, 1020. These four activities which are exist. We will add some more activities like these activities like this. Okay, now we will give the relations for this activity as manual method. We have to select this activity, click on the predecessor or successor. What do you want? For 1000 activity, 1010 is successor for the activity. That's why we have to select the A1000 here. Click on the successor activity. Okay, successor. Here you can see there is an assign option which is available here. You can click on this, so that the complete or adding successor window will be open here like this. Okay, you can scroll to the down section. Now we can see 1010 is the successor for this activity. You can double click on this activity so that it will add the successor. Again in the same process, if you select 1010, then you have to select this successor is 1020. Again in the same 120, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60. In this way you can add the activity. But let us take 1000 activities there. Okay, 1000 activities there. You can assume the 1050 activity as well as the 1060 activities which is need to start similar to the stage when the completion of the 1000 activity. Let us consider I need to start the work which is related to activity 10, activity 50 as well as the activity 60 at the same duration, at the same time period after completing of the 8000 activity. Okay, so for that we are already given that 8000 activity having the successor is 1010. At the same time we have to give the successor for this particular 8000 1000 is this activity and this activity. For that we have to click on this, click on assign option here. So we have to select the activity numbers 1050 as well as 1060. Now you can see After completing of the 1000 activity, the task which is complete starts is 1010, 1050 as well as 1060 activities. We will start. Okay. So this is the basic relation. We need to give the successor as well as the predecessor by using that manual method as well as the secondary method. Okay, and by using typing assigning method. Okay, now I will explain you what are the relations which is exist for the activities. Okay, for example, let us consider this is the A10 activity which is their collection of documents. After collection of documents, we can only proceed with the calculation part. Okay, so we need to add the relation as finish start. I was already explained this finish start, start finish, start. Okay, so finish not finish start we need to select. After calculating the calculation part, we need to submit the report. That will be finish start relation. And next one, after submission of the report, we can directly able to start the activity. So we can add those relations between the activity. I was forgetting to add the relation. We will select this submission and we can click on the link activity. Okay, I'm selecting report submission. The successor is this one. Again, I'm selecting this B is the successor. Okay, so you can select here finish start. Now we can see, let us consider activity 100 is there. I need to having the duration, let us consider 8 days. Let us take 8 days. And activity B is there, and which is consisting of the duration is 4 days. Let us assume. Okay, so the second relation which is related to finish milestone I am explaining here. For completing of the activity A and completing of the activity B, time duration will be same. Now we can see, as per my assumption, I was given 8 days for this. The start date of the project is 2nd August and ending date is 26, and 2nd August and ending date is 13th. But I need to have the same date of the ending for these two activities. For that we need to give the relation finish to finish milestone. Okay, so we have to select this activity and we have to give it as finish to finish milestone. Again, if you click on the scheduling of the activity, so click on schedule option, so that it will give you the same time period which is able to complete for this particular activity. Now we can see the activity B which was started for the project is 3rd September, as well as the activity B which was ended at 16th September, and 9th September the activity C was started, as well as the activity C was ended at 16th September. In the same process, we will give the relation as finish milestone for this. Again, we will go with scheduling of the project. Now we can see the 11th August which we started for the activity A and which was ended by 3rd September, and August 23rd will be started for this particular activity. 3rd September it was ended here. Like this you can give the scheduling for the project as a finish relation. In the same process we can produce with start finish relation. So let us consider, I am considering one more activity for this start finishing relation. Just I am taking this and these activities. So let us consider this activity. So let us take start finish relation. We will click on this schedule option, so that it will give the relation between the start finish activity. Okay, now we can see once the September 15th is occurred, then only the activity which is related to A210 is started 15th of the September. In this way you can give the start finish activity, and start activity we can give, we will assume for the another activities. Let us consider this activity is there. If I assume the start relation, then click relations, like right click on this schedule option, then the two activities will be started at the 2nd June itself. Okay, in this way you can give the relations between the activity by using Primavera P6 software in order to design your particular project in pre-described time period, or else in you wanted to complete the project in the given time period duration. So this is the complete concept about the relations between the activities and relations between the project by using Primavera. How to add the resources in Primavera P6 software. It will be consisting of 3 types of the categories. One is related to labor resources, and second one is related to non-labor resources, and third one which is related to material resources. In the labor resources, it is having skill persons like carpenters, electrician, etc. In non-labor resources, it is having machinery, and material resources is having some materials which we are using in the project. Okay. So for adding the resources in project management, so initially we need to select the resources. So resources option is available in the project. For addition of the resources, we need to go to enterprise. In that it is having resources option here. If you don't have able to see, you can directly add the resources by using this shortcut also. We have the resources option on the left hand side also. Okay. Both options are same for the resources. So click on the resources option. So it is having default resources in the project management. I was already used those resources. So initially we need to add the resources which is related to G+3 building structural model. For that we need to create the new resources file. So right click on this option, click on add button here. So you can select that it is adding as the material resources, but it is not the material resources for the project management. So we need to add the resources. For that we have to click on the place mark option here, so that it will add the resources option, or else you can directly click on the right click and you can click on the add option, so that it will add the resources, new resource type. So you can move that particular resources to the downward section. So you can add those resources, depends upon your consideration. So let us consider this is the resources just I am using, which is related to, let us consider G+3 building resources. Just I am assuming here. G+3 resource. Okay, so I am considering this is the G+3 building resource for the project which is required here, which is in the same level, which is related to EC resources. Okay, so this is the building resources which is in the same level. So here I am selecting this resource. So again, if you want to add the subcategory of the resource, like in the labor, if you want to add the carpenter or painter or mason, you can add those resources as the subcategory. You can write the name of that particular resource. Mason just I am adding, MAS just I am giving name resource ID. Mason you can add resources, which is comes under the resource type of labor. It is not comes under the material or non-labor. So again we will add some more resources. Just I am adding here painter. Let us consider. Paint, you can give the resource. Okay, painter. Okay, so this is also labor which is in the same level of the mason. We have to move these resources to the left hand side. Again in the same process we will add one more resources, carpenter. So just I am adding car as the shortcut for the ID, carpenter. Just I am adding here. Again I am adding one more resources, subcontractor. Let us consider subcontractor. So here I am selecting subcontractor, contractor. And again in the same process, if you want to add the machinery, you can right click on this option, click on add option. So you can move to the left hand side section. So you can add JCB, some JCB. You can add some resource ID also, JCB you can consider, or bulldozer. This will be comes under the non-labor. This is not the labor resource. Again in the same process you can add the one more machinery which is related to bulldozer. Just I'm giving here bulldozer. You can consider non-labor, that is also non-labor. In the same process you can add the some more labor, roller, is also non-labor. Again in the same process, if you want to add the materials as the resources, right click on this option, click on add option. We will move to the left hand side for these resources. Just I am adding resources name as material, click on S option. So resource name you have to consider brick. Let us take brick. So here I am taking brick as the resource name. Again I am selecting next one concrete. Okay, material resource. Again in the same process, if you want to add the cement resource, which is at the same level of the concrete, cement. In the same process you can add aggregates. I am adding here resources. This is the process of adding the resources. So under the G+3 building resources, I was added 3 categories. One is related to labor resources. In that first one is mason and painter, carpenter and subcontractor I was added. Even you can add the JCB driver also in the labor resources. Okay. So again in the same process it will be consisting of the sub category which is related to the resources of the materials, like non-labor category which is related to JCB and bulldozer I was added here, and the same process roller I was added here. In the same process we have the resources which is related to material resources. We are added as brick, concrete, cement, aggregates. These are the 4 resources. In this way you can add the resources by using Primavera P6 software. So now we have to edit the default time period for the each and every resources. So you can see here we are having the default units per time per day. Okay, this is the 8 hours per day you need to work for the mason, but as per the calendar we are defined in the project, we are already defined that the resources which the labor or the contractor which need to work in the site at least 10 hours per day. So that's why we have to change this 8 hours time period to 10 hours per day time period. You can see here, and you can modify, you can copy this time period and you can paste here for the project. In the same process I am selecting this resource. You need to work 10 hours per day for each and every resources, whether it is labor resource or non-labor resource or material resource. Okay, generally you can able to make that as 10 hours per day for the project. So this is the process of adding the resources by using Primavera P6 software. How to assign the resources for the activities by using Primavera P6 software. So for that, just I am selecting any one of the activity which are exist here. Let us consider, just I am selecting these activities here. You can see these activities. Let us consider painting work is there. Okay, you need to assign the activity for the painting work. So for that, go to select your so we have to assign the resources for the painting work. So for that we have to click on the resources option. So it will open the complete window which is related to resources here. So already we have added the resources codes in Primavera P6 software. We need to assign those resources. So for that we have to click on add resources option. So now we can see it will be consisting of our assumed resources for the project according to consideration, mason, painter as well as the carpenter under the labor. Okay, under the labor category. So here I am selecting painter. So this painting work will be done by the painter itself. You can click on this option so that it will assign the complete painter which is available for this particular activity. In the same process we will select some other floors which is related to the construction work of 4th floor, like that. So we can click on this particular painting so that it will apply the all the resources which is comes under this painting work. If you click on this painting work, then it will show you the complete resources which is applied on this particular section. Then after that you can close this option. So after applying this, we need to edit the data which is related to the resources as per our requirement for the project. So this is the resource name, resource type, labor, remaining units, okay, per time. Actually this will be of 28 days, approximately 28. In default section it will be consisting of 28 per days, okay. So it will be consisting of start at a second as well as the finish at 26. So for this particular duration it will require approximately 220 units for the resources. If you click on this actual regular units, let us consider, just I am taking 120 option, click on apply option, so that it will deduct these resources from this particular section, okay. See, this 12 days per day will be assigned for the requirement for the project, okay. In the same way, if you change any one of this particular section actual regular units, then it will assign the particular section. So here I am selecting actual units will be of 0. Let us consider budget units we need to edit. For example, let us consider for this G+5 building, the painting will be carried out as per my assumption 10 days. Let us consider it will be carried out on 10 days. Each day it will be consisting of 6 labors. Let us assume 6 labors are working in the site. Each labor consisting of 10 days working, okay. So 6 multiplied by 10, which is approximately equal to 60 days work. For each candidate we need to work as per the calendar specification according to our assumption 10 hours per day. So 60 into 10 hours, so that it will make it as 600. So in the same way, if you want to change this particular budget logs to 600, then it will be automatically changes the rest of the remaining units as well as the actual duration, remaining duration, etc. for the project. So here you can see it will be consisting of 28 days per day. So you can change it to 10, so that it will change the units and number of the remaining units that is required for the project. Okay, you can see here it will be consisting of 10 days I was added. If you want, you can edit as 28 days, so that it will change the remaining units for the project which is required. So according to the remaining units, we need to plan the resources which is required. So you can see here, as per the remaining units, it will be required 220 for this particular section. So for the 220, in order to complete the project, how many labors are required for that particular painting work, we need to assume and we need to inform those labors for the project manager. Okay. Okay, so this is the process of adding resources. In the same way, we will add some other resources. Let us consider plastering work is there. Click on resources, add here. Click on the mason, you can add here. Walls construction also mason. So again, slab construction is there. Slab construction is also mason. You can add columns also mason. Let us consider. In the same way, you can consider the painting work, plastering work, walls, slab, columns, plastering, walls, slab, column. Again, plastering work, wall, slab, column for the 4th floor. Click on the mason, so that it will assign the mason. So before that, we need to add the resources here for this particular section as per our consideration. So plastering I was added, walls I was added, construction I was added. So again we will select the plastering, walls, construction. Sorry, we will add one section so that you will be able to understand. Add a resources. Click on the mason. Again we will select mason, construction, mason, construction, mason. Okay, again in the same process, plastering, mason, walls construction you can add as a mason, slab construction you can add as a mason, columns construction you can add as a mason, plastering work you can add, walls, mason, construction, slab construction add, columns you can add here. In this way you can add the all the sections which is required for the particular section, okay, according to the resources consideration. So you can add those resources for those activities. If you select the plastering, it will add the resources here for the particular project which is consisting of the plastering work, okay, etc. So in this way you can add the resources according to your assumed days and assumed calculations which is related to resources section. Okay, here you can see for the 2nd floor it was not added the painter, so you can add the painter. Again you can select the painting work, you can add the painter. Again select the second floor, you can add the painter, sorry, it was added actually. We will remove this resource. Again we will select, now we are done with adding up the resources. In the same way, if you want the carpenter or other resources, you can add those resources by selecting this plus mark option. Otherwise, if you doesn't need the carpenter, you can remove that particular section. Okay, so that it will remove all the resources which are presented here. Okay, so if you want to close this, you can close this option. So this is the process of adding the resources in Primavera P6 software and assigning the resources by using Primavera P6 software. The complete concept, step-by-step process, how to do the scheduling of the project for the 2 BHK house which is related to the single story house by using Primavera P6 software. So for this particular project, I am considering the typical floor plan for the 2 BHK house is this, which is placed in north facing direction. The staircases are provided here in north facing direction. So this is the children bedroom and this is the living room. This is the dining area. This is the restroom 1, restroom 2, and this is the master bedroom. This is the kitchen portion and this is the puja room which I was provided for this particular typical floor plan. So we will do the complete scheduling of this particular floor plan by using Primavera P6 software. So initially I will show you the steps we need to follow in Primavera P6 software. In Primavera P6 software, generally we will follow these 8 steps which is related to the creation of the enterprise project structure and organization breakdown structure and creating calendar, creating project and creating WBS, creating activities and creating relations between the activities and scheduling of the project. Okay, and this is the OBS, just I am assuming for this particular project, organization breakdown structure, in which it is consisting of site engineer and civil engineer, site supervisor, quality control, finance department as well as the HR department. So under the project manager, we are considering the OBS as 5 members here. And this is the WBC structure which is related to planning, site preparation, construction work, finishing work, closing of the project. So under this we have the different activities are there related to the planning and structural work, start project planning, architectural structural work and site preparation, site clearance, site setting out of the work, making the center line of the column, execution work and construction work. Under this it is having plenty of the activities here, and this is the finishing work and this is the closing of the project. So we will do the complete scheduling of this particular 2 BHK house plan by using Primavera P6 software. So for that, just I am selecting my Primavera P6 software. So the complete software will be open here like this. So this is the previous project I was done for my baseline project which is related to the road project. Initially I will delete this project, go to enterprise structure, select this, click on delete option, click on S option. Again we will select this, click on delete option, click on S option. Again we will go to the enterprise OBS. So we will select the OBS if you have any presence of the OBS for this particular project. Okay, we can delete that. So now we can see the complete project was open here like this. So initially we need to add the EPS. This is the first step in our Primavera P6 software. This is the first step in creating EPS for the project. So firstly we will create the EPS, go to enterprise project structure, click on add option. So first EPS I am writing here as buildings. Next project I am considering here as road projects. So the building, it is having subcategory for the roads here like this, but the roads is separate category and buildings is separate category. So which is equals to building category. We will move this particular section to the left hand side here. Now you can see the buildings is separate category and the roads is separate category here. So this is the first step which is related to the creation of EPS. After creating EPS, we need to create the organization breakdown structure OBS. Okay, we are already assumed that the OBS will be consisting of 5 number of the employees here, which is related to site engineer, site supervisor, quality control, finance department, as well as HR department under the project manager. Okay, so for creation of the OBS, initially we need to go to the enterprise here. Click on the OBS option. So in the OBS, previously it will be consisting of the complete structure here like this, which is related to the under the project manager. I need to add subcategory which is related to the civil engineer. So here I am adding here as civil engineer. Just I am writing here as short form. You can write it as full form, civil engineer. Okay, like this. Next I am adding site supervisor. So again I am adding one more category which is related to quality control, finance department. So here I am adding quality control. Again I am adding finance department, finance. Again last one I am adding HR department, HR. This is the structure which is related to the OBS, and it is the second step in our scheduling. So select the display option. If you want to see this particular structure in chart view, you can click on the chart view option, so that it will create the chart view for this project here like this. Okay, so after this we have to close this option. So we are done with complete 2 steps which is related to the creation of EPS as well as the creation of OBS for our project. Our next step is to creation of the calendar. Now we will see. So this is the third step which is related to creation of the calendar. For creating the calendar, initially we will go to the enterprise option here. And in the enterprise option, it will be consisting of the calendars here like this. You can select the calendar. So initially we will create the fresh calendar for the project which is related to 2BHK calendar. For that we will click on the add option here, and we will select any one of the calendar for this particular location. So here I am selecting 7/24 calendar. So click on place mark. So give the calendar name is 2BHK calendar, and we have to keep it as default calendar for our project. Now we will select the 2BHK calendar. So click on the modify option. So now we will change the days, number of days and number of work hours per day for the project as per our assumption. So here I am selecting work week here. So initially I am selecting work which is related to the 10 hours for each and every day for the project. Just I am considering here. So I am giving 1 day holiday per week, so which is related to the Sunday. So click on OK option here. Okay, so after that we have to add the holidays for the particular project based on our assumption. So like you can see I am starting the project at the 16th. So I am assuming that there are 2 holidays which are exist in this particular month, which is of June. So click on the non-work option, so that it will make it as non-work here. Based on your regular holidays, you can assume the holidays for the project. So here I am assuming 3 holidays for this particular July, and I am assuming 2 holidays, 2 holidays for this particular August month. Again I am assuming these 2 holidays here. Again in October I am adding 3 holidays here. November I am adding 3 holidays here. And December I am adding 2 holidays. And January I am adding 2 holidays. And in February I am adding 2 holidays. And in March I am adding some 3 holidays here based on my assumption. And in April I am adding some 2 days holidays for the particular project. After this we have to click on OK option, so that it will select the default 2BHK calendar as per our assumption. So click on the close option. This is the third step which is related to the creation of the calendar for the project. And the next stage is to creation of the project. Okay, so for that go to file option here, click on new option here. So we will select the project which is related to the buildings. If you wanted to execute the projects related to the roads, you can execute under the roads EAPS. We are already selected the building which is consisting of 2 BHK house which is exist in this particular building section only. That's why we have to select the EPS as buildings only. So click on the next option here. Okay, we will give the project ID. Just I am giving here as 2BHK as the project ID for this particular project. So scheduling of 2BHK. Just I am giving short form. So click on the next option here. So the project will be start from, just I am assuming the project we need to start from, let us consider it as 18th of this month. Click on select option. Must finish, don't select this must finish. Why? Because some of the project will not be finished according to your assumed data. It will extend. So that's why we are skipping this must finish option. Click on next option. And responsible person for this particular project is project manager. Otherwise, if any person is exist as the responsible person for this particular project, you can select from here. Okay, so click on the next option here, and standard rates we have to select as per price per unit only. So here I am selecting price per unit for this project. Click on next option, again click on finish option. This is the fourth stage which is related to creation of the project option. So next one is to creating the WBS. So this is the important stage in project scheduling. So for creation of the WBS, we have the different WBS options are available, like planning and structural work, sites preparation, construction work, finishing work, as well as the closing of the project. For creation of the WBS, we will go to the project here like this. So in that we have to select the enterprise option. In the enterprise, it will be consisting of the WBS, or else you have the WBS here like this for this particular project, which is related to the WBS option here like this. You can add this WBS by using this option. Click on the WBS option so that it will open your 2 BHK building plan here like this. So we will add the WBS for our project. For that, just I am selecting here, click on add option. So initially it will add the first WBS. So the first WBS, I will copy that particular first WBS from this location. So planning and structural work, I am assuming here, click on the copy option. Again, I am pasting here. So click on paste option. So here I am writing planning and structural work. Okay, planning and structural work, P and S I am writing here. So this is the first WBS which is related to planning and structural work. Site preparation, next one. So here I am copying this. Again I am adding site preparation for this particular project. So here I am selecting this. I am adding the WBS. This WBS is not under the planning and structural work. That's why we had to move this WBS to the left hand side. So here I am moving this. Again I am pasting the WBS which is related to the site preparation. So here I am writing here as site preparation SP. Again I need to add the one more WBS. Again we have to move to the left hand side section here. Again which is related to the WBS of construction work. So here I am selecting here. Click on the copy option. Again I am pasting the WBS which is related to the construction work. Just I am giving the short name as CW. Again I am selecting here, click on add option. Again I will move this to the left hand side section. So the next WBS which is related to finishing work. So here I am selecting, click on the copy option. Again I am pasting this WBS, finishing work. Again finally we will add one more WBS. Again we will move to the left hand side section. So we will come here, closing of the project. So here I am selecting closing of the project. So click on the copy option. So here I am pasting here which is related to the finishing of the project. Okay, so closing of the project, just I am selecting copy. Again I am pasting here like this. Otherwise you can write we will write close. So this is the process of creation of WBS for this particular project. So after creating the WBS, we need to add the activities for this project. So for that we have the option is there which is related to the activities addition. You can click on this particular option so that it will add the activities. But initially we will see the how many activities which are presented under the WBS of planning and structural work. Under the planning and structural work, it is having 4 activities here. So we will add 4 activities for this project. So click on this particular option so that it will open your activity panel here like this. Click on the add option. Firstly, we will change the activity number to 10 number here. So again, I am adding one more activity. So this is the second activity. This is third activity. Again, next one is related to fourth activity. Now you can see I was added this 4 activities. So under that we have the first activity which is related to start project. So click on the copy option. So again we will come here. Again we will paste here. Okay, this is a start project activity. Again after this we have to start the A2 activity which is related to planning work. So here I am copying this option. Again I am pasting here. Okay, again a third activity, 30 activity, just we have to consider architectural work here for this project. Click on the copy option. Again I am coming to the Primavera P6 software, just I am pasting here. Again next activity which is related to structural work, just I am copying here. Again I am selecting here, just I am copying here, pasting here. Okay, next one is related to site preparation. Under the site preparation we have the 4 activities are there. Site clearance, first one is related to site clearance. We will add 4 activities under this. Click on add option. So we will write as 100. So site preparation we will add the site clearance we will add under the site preparation. So click on the paste option. Again second activity which is related to the setting out work. Click on the copy option. Again we will add the activity here. Click on the paste option. Again next one we will add as per our assumption marking the center line of the column. So marking the center line of the column, just I am selecting this particular activity. Click on the copy option. So click on the copy option. So I am writing here marking the center line of the column here. Again next activity here we have to add as per our assumption excavation work here. So click on the copy option for the excavation work. Again I will paste the excavation work here for the project. After the site preparation we have to add some more activities which are presented in the construction work. In the construction work it is consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 number of the activities which are exist here. We will add the 14 activities. So here I am selecting add button. I am starting from the 200 level here. 200 just I am selecting here. So again I will add 14 activity. This is the first activity for this project. So now we will change the activity name for this particular project which is related to the construction work. So under this first one is related to PCC work here. Just I am copying here. So we will paste the PCC work here. Again next activity which is related to bar bending work here. So here I am copying this. So again I will paste the bar bending work here like this. Again next activity which is related to footing work. So here I am selecting footing work. Click on the copy option. Again I will select here. Just I am selecting pasting here. Footing work. Okay, next activity which is related to the columns up to plinth beam level. Just I am selecting here. Click on the copy option. Again I am selecting this activity columns up to plinth level. Next activity which is related to plinth beam construction. So here I am selecting. Click on the copy option. Again I will paste the plinth beam construction. Again I will add one more activity which is related to plumbing work. So here I am selecting copy option. So again I will paste the activity here, plumbing work. Next activity which is related to, just I am selecting activity which is related to earthwork filling. So here I am selecting earthwork filling for this particular activity. Just I am selecting here. So click on the copy option here. Again I will come here. again I will paste here. Okay, next activity which is related to columns construction process. Click on the copy option. Again I will paste the activity here like this. So next activity which is related to shuttering work. So here I am selecting copy. Again I will paste that here like this. Again next activity, just I am selecting slab bar bending work. Click on the copy option. Again I will paste the activity here. Next one 300 which is related to slab construction and curing. Click on the copy option. Again I will paste the activity here. Again next activity which is related to plastering work, we will select here. Click on the copy option. Again I will paste here for this particular project. So you can type your names as per your consideration. Just I am, for simple understanding, just I am copying the activity names. Okay. So based on your assumption, you can assume the activity names initially and then you can copy. Otherwise, you can directly type the activity names which is considered in your particular project. Okay. So here I was copied here. Next one is related to finishing work. Under the finishing work, we will count the activities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 activities which are exist here. So click on the add option. First activity, this is, we have to consider it as 400. First activity. So first one we will select here as plumbing work. Click on copy option. Again we will come to this activity. We will paste here. Next activity which is related to electrical work here. So electrical work I am selecting here. Click on copy option. Again I am coming here. Just I am pasting here. Okay. Next activity which is related to painting work. Click on copy option. Again I am coming to the Primavera P6 here. Here I am pasting the activity. So again next activity which is of flooring work. Okay, so flooring work I am copying here. Just I am pasting here. Next activity, I need to select this particular activity which is related to other finishing work here. Click on copy option. So here I am selecting, click on paste option. Okay, next activity which is related to closing of the project. Under the closing of the project, we have to add 2 activities which is related to checking the quality of the project as well as the giving the HOS to the site, handovering site. So here I am selecting checking the quality of the project. Under this we will add the activity number which is of 500 here. Again I am adding one more activity, last one, which is related to handovering site to the client. Just I am copying here and just I am pasting here. Okay. So this is the process of adding the activities for the project. So now we will add the number of the days which is required for this particular project under the each and every activity here. Okay, first activity which is related to the start project. For the start project, actually there is no number of days required for the particular project. So that's why we have to start with 0 for the start project activity. Okay, automatically it will add 0 and the activity type will be related to start milestone option. Okay, but here in this scheduling it is having start project related to the 2 days, 1 day. So we will add this 1 day to the planning work. Okay, so here we have to add the planning work which is consisting of the 3 number of the days in the project. Next one related to the 2 days, 3 days. Okay, we will add this 2 days and this will be of 3 days. So next activity we will add here as per our assumption the site clearance which is approximately takes 2 days, 1 day, 2 days. So we will consider this is 2 days, 1 day, 1 day and next one is related to the 2 days. Next activity which is related to the PCC work, we will add the PCC work related to 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4 days, 2 days. This is 3 days, this is 4 days, this is 2 days. Next one is columns construction. So for the columns construction, we will consider 2 days, 2, 5, 2. Column construction 2, this is 5, this is 2. And slab construction, we will consider slab construction 14 days, plastering work 7 days. So slab construction work 14 days, plastering work 7 days. And parapet wall construction we will consider as 5 days, 7 days. This is 5 days and this is 7 days. Okay. So finishing work, under the finishing work we will consider plumbing work is 10 days, electrical is 7 days. So this is 10 days, this is 7 days. Again painting work is 10 days approximately I am taking. And flooring work 10 days and other finishing work 4 days. This is 10 days and next one is related to 4 days option here. I am checking the quality of the project. For the quality of the project, I am taking approximately 2 days and handovering site will be of 1 day. So this is the complete activities and duration we had to add for the project. So this I was done with the complete addition of the activities for the project, which is related to the 6th step. Now the 7th step is to giving the relations between the activity. Generally we will give a predecessor or successor for the each and every activity. So that's why initially we need to give the predecessor or successor based on our assumption. So here I am selecting planning. For the planning predecessor we need to add as start project. So here we have to select the predecessor. Click on assign option. So we will assign the start project as the predecessor for the project. So click on the start project option, double click on it. So if you have present any lag you can add here. So again we will select the architectural work. For the architectural work, the planning work is the predecessor for the particular project. So here I am adding. Again structural work I am adding architectural work. For the site clearance I am adding structural work, which is consisting of, let us consider lag is 2 days. Setting out, for the setting out we will add a site clearance. Marking the center line of the project we will add site clearance, setting out work. Excavation work, marking the center line. For the PCC work we will consider excavation work with lag as 2 days, just I am taking. Bar bending work, for the bar bending work I am considering PCC work. For footing work we will consider bar bending. Columns up to plinth level I am taking footing. Plinth level beam construction, columns up to plumbing work we will consider plinth beam. Earthwork filling, plumbing work. Columns construction, earthwork. Shuttering, columns construction. Bar slab bending, shuttering work with lag as some 2 days, just I am taking. And slab construction, so slab construction just I am considering here. For bar bending and plastering work I am considering slab curing. Parapet wall I am selecting plastering work. Other finishing I am constructing parapet wall construction. For the plumbing work, other finishing with lag of 2 days, just I am taking. Electrical work, plumbing work and painting work I am selecting electrical work. Flooring work, just I am selecting painting work. Other finishing work I am selecting flooring work. Checking the quality of the project, just I am selecting other finishing work with lag as 1 day. Giving the handovering site, checking the quality of the project. Okay. So with the lag of 1 day, just I am adding for the project. This is the process of adding the relations between the activity. So after adding the relations, we need to add the scheduling of the project. By using this particular scheduling option, click on the schedule option. So select it to apply to all data source open project. Click on schedule option so that it will do the complete scheduling of the project by using Primavera P6 software. Now we can see for this particular project, it is required approximately 127 working days. The starting date of the project is 18th June and ending date of the project is 9th June. It is required approximately 127 days for the project completion as per our assumption. So this is the complete scheduling of the project, which is related to 2 BHK house plan by using Primavera P6 software. This is the complete Gantt chart which is presented for this particular project as per our considered assumptions. So this is the complete process of scheduling of the project of single story building which is related to 2 BHK building by using Primavera P6 software. If you have any queries about this particular video, please try to text me your questions in the below comment box so that I will give you the answer for that question. And if you are not yet downloaded our application, download our Civil Engineering by Shravan application from the Google Play Store. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.